Hello everyone, Jimbo back, another trail. Right now I'm at Pleasant Hill, Missouri, at the very beginning of the Rock Island Spur. The Rock Island Spur actually goes all the way to Kansas City, but from this point to Windsor, which is the way I'm going, it's a trail, whereas if you go from here towards Kansas City, it's undeveloped and you have to ride a lot of roads. So we're going to be doing the Rails to Trails portion. Pleasant Hill, Missouri is where we're at, and it goes that way. I'll have more details as we go. I'm just barely getting started. Autumn and Caleb and I camped at Arrow Rock Historic Park last night. I went and picked them up in Columbia. Then we camped for a night, and so we got kind of a slow start this morning. They just left. I've got my stuff ready to go, and we will go right through that turnstile, or whatever you want to call that thing, and we'll get this trip started. Morning. All right, we're officially on the trail. There was just a little bit of road to get to it. From where the end is, you follow a small side street, and then you get onto a kind of a real deal 2-lane highway, but it's just for like a block. It's a very short time, no big deal. But now we're on the legit trail, hard packed gravel. Looks pretty good. Wow, it's a big grasshopper. It was about 10 o'clock when I started. My plan is to go to Windsor to finish this video, and then if you watched the last video, you'll see that I did part 1 of the Katy Trail, and I went from Mawkins to Columbia. Now we're doing the other half, but we're doing it from Clinton to Columbia. Not the most ideal way to film this, but unfortunately, for logistical purposes, my daughter lives in Columbia, so I meet up with them, and then they shuttle me in my car and drive my car back to their house. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just driving back to my car, and I get the added benefit of seeing my daughter and her boyfriend Caleb, and so it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone, actually 3 if you think about I'm doing a video on top of all of that other. So get a cool bike ride out of the deal, hopefully get a good video out of the deal, and I get to see the kids 2 days, today and then Tuesday. And worked out really good because this is the week Autumn's birthday. So happy birthday, Autumn. Thank you for helping me out. It's really awesome of you. And hopefully we'll have it seems like a good trail. Not a whole lot of information out on it, so I'll try to get trail conditions and points of interest best I can. So I'm taking my first break of the day. One good thing about going solo is you're not beholden to anybody else's schedule or needs. Sometimes that's detrimental, you know, as far as you go 3 or 4 days and you're ready to talk to someone. I'm a talker, so that's rough, but I do like the fact that I can listen to music and no one's always like asking me questions or wanting to talk. Sometimes I like that, don't get me wrong. I absolutely like talking to people, but sometimes I just want to zone out and listen to music. And that's what I've been doing today. I've got just under 9 miles. It's about 39 miles to Windsor, which is the end of this rock spur. It's the, I don't know if they call it the eastern terminus or the southern terminus. It's kind of southeast of the terminus. And yeah, I'm just chilling, going. I'm getting ready to eat some. My daughter got some of these. They are organic fruit jerky. This one's mango. No sugar, artificial anything, nothing but the fruit. They're really good. She got me some last time, and they're really, really good. So that's what it looks like. It's pretty soft. Pretty much just a really thick fruit roll-up. Got chunks of mango in it. Oh man, they're good. The trail so far has been pretty flat. I've been averaging about 11 miles an hour. That'll come down because I'm super heavy and I don't train. Like, I literally haven't rode since the last long ride 3 weeks ago. So just listening to music and putting the pedal to it. I was thinking, a lot of times when I hike and I bike, I like to make a schedule, and this is kind of a weird thing. I get a schedule and then I have to keep to it, and it's like I'm really bullheaded about it, and it's caused problems with partners in the past. I understand it, it's just hard for me to break that chain. And this, I've noticed that when I bike, I notice my pace is like different now after the long trip with Paula and Ron and the gang. That on that trip none of us, we all rode our own pace. Ron and Paula pretty much stuck together, and yep. Actually, on that trip it was more like, for the most part, Van and I kind of paired up and were rolling point, and then the three of us kind of stuck together. And then there was times when I would splinter off on my own. And anyhow, now my point being, you know, when you work on other people's schedules, sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's hard. For me, it's kind of hard because sometimes I just want to like try to put some miles in, you know, and say, you know, fuck everything that's going on and just let's roll. And I think everybody has that moment, but as a pack, you don't have them all at the same time. Anyhow, that makes it fun to see you're solo. On this trip, I've got like 60 something miles to go. 67 miles is the trip. That's kind of long, but at the same time, I don't want to get in a hurry. I'm packing a lot of shit. If I can average 10 miles an hour, I am cool with it, and I actually am going to stop and take breaks and check out the scenery. For this whole trip, not just this is a short. This Rock Island Spur is pretty short. It's only like 35 miles, so no way I won't finish that trip. But I'm talking, I gotta go all the way to Clinton, but I just don't want to have to rush. And at some point, it'll get later and later, and I'll be like, holy shit, I really just need to get there, and I'll start busting it out. Anyhow, I was just talking. I don't even know what the point of the story was anymore. pretty wild landscape. A little after 3. I'm at about 8.5 miles to Windsor at this point. I picked up my pace a little bit. I started worrying about the schedule. I need to be in Clinton before dark. You're not supposed to ride this trail in the dark. So I just kind of, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'd rather get there a little bit early than after dark. So I got about, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour to get to Windsor. And then that'll be the end of this video. I'll show you the end, the stats, all that little shit. And then I'm gonna make a right-hand turn and head to Clinton. I'll probably maybe video some of it, but I'm gonna get it all on the way back too. So anyhow, that's my plan. 3 p.m. It's about 10 after. I should roll in Windsor about 4 p.m. That gives me about 2.5 hours or something of daylight to get to Clinton. We'll see. Ooh, there might be water here. If there is, I'm gonna chug a bottle and hydrate up, Camel, and then refill. That'd be awesome. I've been kind of going slack on the water today. Saw that guy earlier. He passed me going the way I'm going. So this must be his turnaround spot. Saw him sitting down over there. Medford. Dude, I'm pretty sure that's a water fountain right there. That would be awesome. Water. Medford's a win. Water, bathrooms. I think they turn the water off November 1st. It's the word on the street. Man, I got some wind all of a sudden too. It is clear for me to go across. That's the biggest road we've crossed. I crossed a real nice 2-lane highway about an hour ago, but there was no traffic whatsoever, so that's the first time I've seen any real traffic. That looks like a big highway. Right. Pretty good hill coming up. There's only been a handful of these. Couldn't focus on that. Okay, well, I've came into my first problem. That bridge is the Katy Trail, and there's no on-ramp. So I have to figure out how to get to the Katy Trail. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I'm gonna, since this is basically the end, well, I see a sign down there. I'm gonna go to that sign and investigate some more before I start blabbing. So there is actually a trail. This is the junction to get to the Katy, and I'm guessing it just goes right back up here to meets up. That bridge is right over there. So it looks like today's trip was 47.16 miles, average speed 10.6. I pulled that up. It was a 10.4 earlier, and I was like, I gotta get a little hustle on. I got to get to Clinton. I'll probably keep you guys around. Like, if you don't want to watch the rest of it, I get it, but I'll just go ahead and keep narrating all the way to Clinton. Clinton will be the starting point for tomorrow's episode. So if you're out, then thanks for watching. If you're not, let's get to riding. Getting a pretty good look at some of the last greens of the season. Sun's going through there, those trees, and just really pretty green. And of course you can see all the leaves that are already on the ground. Perfect early fall weather.